like in Outer Wilds, we're gonna smash into the water planet.
No, that's awful.
Well, we have 2 backup astronauts.
But like,
let's hire a couple. You want to be an astronaut, don't you?
I guess on the plus side, our building looks pretty cool. No, seriously, if you went that one.
Yeah.
We have cars parked there now.
Yeah. So back to the drawing board on Gemini.
Let's get the reliability up a little bit. This is what you mean by failures have one after the other.
Well, the thing is, normally... Oh, wait, how are you? Get out of here. Normally these missions are fine, but it's actually like the moon missions that I've had serious problems succeeding with.
We're already having problems now.
We're just getting the problems out of the way. That's going to be clear sailing from here on out. What other programs?
Gambler fallacy. I don't know what you're talking about. I think you're just making up words.
See, and this is not quite ready. How many of these people do we have unassigned? We have a lot of people unassigned. We should open up a program.
Yeah.
Want to do a Venus program?
Sure.
Let's do a Venus flyby. Open program.
Venus drive-by. Don't mess with us, other planets. Solar system is our turf.
Alright. And the good thing is that one uses the same rocket that we've already researched for the Mars stuff.
Well, that's just convenient to getting us a bunch of money.
Yeah.
Sitting on 50,000, you're like, I want to be stingy. I mean, I guess I get it, because we did go bankrupt earlier.
The first time that's ever happened in my hours and hours of playing this game.
And my solution to not going bankrupt is heedless spending. But it is.
Spend your way out of the deficit.
But you get money from successful missions, so you need to just have more missions. Like I said, it's like in a...
Yeah.
It's like in an RTS. Lots of workers.
Yeah. This is taking a long time. Like, this one's taking a long time to research, and this one's almost at that point that this one's at now. Guess we hired some smarter people.
Mm-hmm.
So Gemini's almost good enough again.
Should we just max that out to be safe?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're a little bit behind schedule in terms of the history.
Really a decade behind schedule. That should be good. 81 out of 84.
Okay. Schedule it. Look how much money we have. It went up by $25,000.
This is only the beginning of the money we get.
And in not even a minute of real time. We just gained about 50% of our budget.
Alright, launch mission. Fall from MC. Master of Ceremonies.
What?
It says fall from MC for mission control. It's mission control. But also MC, follow from the Master of Ceremonies. Stephen Fry is the Master of Ceremonies for our NASA mission. He breaks his glasses before he... Anyways.
You're confusing me and many people watching this.
Oh, no one's going to watch this.
Don't say that. We make these because they're fun. Who cares about YouTube? Content ID, whatever.
Well, that's
non-commercial.
That's what the cop-out people say. No.
Who?
People who just are copying out, making it serious. Anyways, we're going to Mars, and we're going to stay there.
Well, I mean, it's not like we're saying we're going to do a terrible job. I do this for fun. Quit criticizing how... if somebody were to say, man, Jared, you're fucking awful at Dishonored, I'd be like, you're right. I wouldn't go, I just do this for fun. I don't have a real... Quit getting so worked up about video games, nerd. At least I have a life. We just say that. You just enter all our videos. At least I have a life.
Says the people playing Buzz Aldrin Space Grand Manager for YouTube video.
But that's fun.
Yeah, we're going to Mars. And I think our Venus thing is good enough to fly now too.
I am...
Yeah, 80 out of 84, let's launch this one.
I don't know, I am still a little bit upset that we can't get Bernadine Ort as the first person on the
You could write a letter on their forums. And
we could just mod the game.
True. And Gemini...
Or just let you rename people.
As going to get.
You could just rename people.
In real life, well, you have to have a judge to do that.
No, I mean, in the game, you had an option to rename people.
They'll probably do that after the game's released, but because
that'd be kind of so weird.
Well, the thing is, in the beta or in the pre-order thing, you can spend $100 to get your own name in the game as an astronaut or a scientist or something. And because...
Are there any rules on that? I could see somebody donating and then,
Adolf Hitler.
Yeah.
I'm sure they would. Oh, hey, our thing succeeded.
We see when we're not paying attention or invested,
Yeah.
everything goes well. So we just need to talk about other stuff.
That's actually like NASA's like motto. It's like, as long as we don't pay attention, things were fine. How's it going, Neil? Nah, don't worry about it.
You see on a Star Trek movies? Like what? Star Trek is happening in front of your eyes right now.
Speaking of which, we're gonna launch the thing to Venus.
A thing? A person?
Well, satellite.
Satellites
we,
are people.
We could pretend there's like a gerbil inside of it. Squeak, squeak.
Role play. Well, is it coming back?
No. You can see the mission profile here. It flies out, it goes around Venus, and then just keeps on going around.
I know, but Earth will just orbit around.
Oh yeah, totally. Don't worry.
We'll
about
grab it on the way out.
That's totally how orbital can work.
No.
So have to let them,
Outer Wilds top
let them orbit for like a millennia, and then they finally like line up for like once.
Someone's like making Nostradamus predictions. When Earth aligns with the hamster Venus satellite, launched a millennium ago, then the planets will cause the tides to
then
do
your
something.
heart will explode because the Verdi's
something like that.
latest opera was discovered amongst the room. And we succeeded.
I'm telling you.
We're so good at this game.
You start to get really superstitious with this many missions about what you do to cause it to be successful or not.
That's true. But I think... Oh, we now do Mercury probes. But I think...
Is that a George Bush head of
Yes.
GSA? Mercury.
Yeah, this is good. Like,
Nuclear.
we're 0.8% away from having maximum research capability. So I think it's time to schedule.
We should just open up some other programs.
Yeah, after I schedule.
We should open up all of them.
This is the thing. We have enough people that because we have people tied up in the Mars mission that's ongoing, we have to wait another turn.
Oh.
Yeah, we're really researching there, you know.
Somebody died. We should probably be a little... do everything we can.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Alright.
So now it's orbiting around Mars. It's going to pick up some red rock. Well, no, it's in orbit.
It's going to take pictures.
Yeah. Beep, beep.
It's the sound of space.
Beep. Boop.
The Death Star.
Oh,
I didn't read the badge.
So now we can do Mars landing missions. Unmanned.
Robots are people.
Yeah, Mars Overlander. Viking 1. Open the program.
We're in the 70s,
Yeah.
so that's kind of lines up, right?
Yeah, totally.
Doesn't it? What year was
I don't know.
Viking?
But it is around that time. Or
When do we get to send a gold-plated record with
I don't-
how to find and all the weaknesses of humanity, and send it to alien worlds? Essentially, what it did, like, hey aliens, here's a map to our home base.
yeah. Well, we're not going to assume they're evil at first. We have to let them prove they're evil.
I hope that in the time it takes for aliens to find that, humanity just evolves. You know, it's thousands of years. And we become super advanced, but we also become incredibly corrupt, and we're going to destroy the world, destroy the the universe and the galaxy. And we're taking over planets, and then the other aliens find it, and they're like, "This is the weakness for the humans," and then they make a movie about it. Because like they're exploiting it. Yeah, that'd be cool.
So anyways, there's actually, that reminds me of a sci-fi novel by either Harry or Henry Turtledove. And in his book, what happens is aliens like send a probe to Earth because they want to take over. But because those aliens, they evolve really slow, they assume that people evolve really slow. So the last knowledge they have of us is like middle age with like swords and bows. And they come back and it's like in the middle of World War II. And like, it's kind of weird now because like, basically humanity, including the Nazis, have like team up together to fight off the aliens, and it's a really cool book.
Do you know what's it called?
I don't remember the name of the book. It's by
H. Turtledove.
Yeah, look him up. He's the guy who did it. So anyways, I've opened the Mars Lander program and got it set up. Now I'm opening up the Venus Orbiter program.
What if there are Martians on Mars, but they're all underground. And they get around with rocket cars?
They stole our idea. We'll sue them for copyright law. How much you want to bet that's the first contact thing we have, like suing aliens for copyright law?
What are the limits of like laws? Do we say they apply beyond our planet?
Yeah.
There are kind of weird. There are weird rules like that, like certain property rights. Like you own your property, and you owned it extended upwards to infinity. Like you own anything, like you own the airspace above your property in some laws. So you own it as high as it can go, and people cannot fly over your property, or cannot build over your property. But like
so that extends out into space.
It does. It extends forever. And if you imagine the globe being covered, that is like everyone on Earth saying, we own all of the universe because it extends in all directions infinitely.
That reminds me about how back in like the 16th century, like the Pope said, okay, Spain gets this half of the New World, and Portugal gets this half.
Treaty of Tortillas? What was that?
What is I can really go some tortillas, right?
No, what is it? What is?
I think it's tortilla.
Yeah, thank you.
Excuse me, tortilla.
Is that the accent?
In southern Spain.
Oh.
So anyways, this is the Viking and the Venus stuff. And I went ahead and scheduled the suborbital manned flight because we're at 91%. That's the highest we can go with research. So it's good zoom gate. And if this succeeds, then we can do an orbital mission, and then once we do the orbital mission, then we can start doing moon missions.
Or we could just do the moon missions right now.
Well, we have to unlock.
Oh. We
have to do the orbital mission first before we can unlock the moon mission. It is a really weird audio. It's like I've
recorded a car screeching, its tire screeching on pavement.
You can watch videos of Gemini launching, obviously, and like it kind of sounds like that, but they stylize it a bit too much, I think, in the game.
I bet they
because it's not like which, if you were listening, that's exactly what it sounded like.
Maybe they just actually took the audio from
spacecraft deployment failed. Catastrophic. Well, Arlington's getting kind of full now, I think.
Jeez. This was supposed to be like a for all ages, learn about space. And
well, now I know what Arlington is. The National Cemetery.
Introducing kids to death with Buzz Aldrin's
buried there.
space program.
Launch the thing into space.
At night.
At night.
No.
So
you should probably move closer to the...
Gemini failed again, like the bastard stepchild it is.
Excuse me?
The capsule was fine. The rocket failed. So we need to... Because, like, this is still at max.
Did you just call Gemini a bastard stepchild?
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Got a question? Anyways.
I don't know enough about Gemini.
Or bastard stepchild.
No.
So yeah, our probes are probing up. We've got some new astronauts to... we had some vacancies. Now the vacancies are filled. Out with the old, in with the new. Good riddance to bad rubbish.
We have so much money. Can we upgrade some stuff?
I think we've already upgraded everything to...
Can we upgrade all of our structures? Yeah, like why not? Just...
Well, like that's the only one that hasn't upgraded, and that one.
And that one.
No.
And the museum.
It's not in the game yet.
Oh wait, go back to that screen. What's number 6? Way over there in the jungle.
The observatory.
Oh.
We can keep track of your robot missions. Beep.
That's what robots sound like. Just one beep. Beep. That's all.
They don't like to be ostentatious. All right, so that stuff is building or researching, as is that guy.
That guy?
Yeah. The Pioneer Venus orbiter. That guy. And this is
build
rocket.
Sentient satellites.
Take over the world. Oh, we met our prestige.
Yeah,
now
I know we have
even
more money.
More money. I guess we could open up more programs. Well, we have to hire more people first.
Just hire everybody. We can afford it. We're getting so much money. All of them. Just all of them.
Well, I want to hire the good people.
I know, but all of them would include all of the good people.
Oh, we gotta hire 2 more people before we have to upgrade the building, but the building's at maximum upgrade. So we get 2 more.
Oh.
We'll have them working on their own project down the hallway away from everyone else. So yeah, you're working on the Saturn probe. We're totally gonna do that one.
Can you make some motivational posters with color marketers for the team?
Yeah, I'm sure the astronauts would really appreciate
we need you guys to get ready for the Spirit Rally.
We need you to write the letters to the next of kin.
Oh jeez. Why do you always do this? I'm talking about spirit rallies and fun things and space, and you're like
next of kin.
Arlington Cemetery and.
There's one thing I missed from the original Buzz Aldrin's Race in Space, there was like a button you could click on, like over here, and it would take you. It show like a little video clip of Arlington Cemetery and give you a list of all the astronauts who died.
Jeez.
So I think if we go to our astronaut building, oh, it doesn't tell us who died. We don't keep track of that. Out of sight, out of mind. So I think we're ready to launch the Venus orbiter.
Okay. What about our moon mission?
We're getting there. Proceed. And then let's do a checkup on Gemini. Probably do this one next. 'Cause this is
80 out of
almost,
90, yeah.
and the capsule's still fine.
Just a matter
Once
of
again,
luck.
the astronauts probably listening to us talk. It's like, yeah, we could probably do that one next. Yeah, you may be dead in 3 months, but hey, don't worry about it. It's out to do this.
Atlas Centaur booster. Cool.
It had some good names.
Wasn't there a thing that we could look at how the reliability went down each step?
Yeah, that's in the breakdown after this.
Probably could have done a little more analyzing of those deaths than, none. What kind of investigation is there going to be? What?
Quick,
Investigation?
write something down the napkin. Let astronaut failure problem. Like user failure. Yeah, the ship was fine. It's the astronauts.
User error.
Earth Venus transit.
Yes. We're really good at.
Oh shit! This is 6 seasons.
What?
Well,
So?
we're gonna have to hire some more mission controllers. Otherwise, we're not going anywhere else while that's happening.
But do we even have room?
Probably. Once again, the kind of things you want to hear from NASA.
Who's running this space agency? I don't know. Can we afford them?
All right, we're gonna hire everyone.
Do it.
10 more candidates.
We're a really good employment
Yeah.
center.
And this is ready to go.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, but we have to wait for those people to go through training. What do you mean you can't just start on day one?
Somebody walks in for a walk-in interview with no resume, instantly hired by the space agency, and wanting them to put you on flight control with no experience.
All right, go sit down by the navigation system there. Tell us how to get to Mars. This is my first. Don't worry. On the job training. That's what NASA's all about.
Here at the GSA, we don't even know the meaning of the word qualifications.
It's foot down the accelerator 100% all the time.
Yeah. No, we don't even have that. We build
Solid booster rockets
Yeah.
with no throttle control. You just light the match and go.
Should be our plaque outside the building. Light the match and go.
That reminds me of a great webcomic I saw for Kerbal Space Program, which showed a bunch of astronauts in a line. And one guy's like, hey, is this line to get into space? Yeah. Next panel's like just a massive explosion. And it's like, next line moves forward. It's like, oh, well, the line's moving along quickly. Alright, so I think now we can launch Gemini. Viewers, track down how many different ways I pronounce Gemini. If you can...
2.
Well, I was going to give a prize to the viewer who could track them all down, but I guess Jared gets the prize now.
I don't know if it's 2, but I think you've only pronounced it 2 different ways. What's my prize?
Well,
What's my prize?
discuss that off camera.
We're not doing... Look at all the stars in the galaxy. How many do you think there are? 2. 2. You gotta... Sorry.
Anyways, I'm just going to skip the outcome on this one. Successful mission, yeah. Because the thing is, there's 5 more turns of just it in orbit around Venus.
Days of orbit.
Sure. Well, seasons. And let's jump straight to the good part, which is our Gemini missions.
Yeah. Which sort of sounded like that.
It's similar.
Let's pay attention to how small or not the trail is
Yeah.
coming from the
The weird thing
rocket.
is how it's in the middle, even though there's 2 engines, but just because it comes down to 1. It's very strange.
We did a good job at counting down.
Yep.
It does. It sounds like a car. It sounds like a car peeling out of a
Well, they did make this game with a small budget, so...
I wouldn't be surprised if somebody just went out and recorded some rubber on pavement burning.
We're getting there. Getting there. Come
What's
on.
our reliability stat right now?
It's at 85.
Did you round that?
No, you can see it over here.
I know.
Oh, it's failed. Fuck us. Jesus Christ.
Catastrophic.
Why is this happening?
I don't know. 85% is pretty high. What happened? See, min-max upgrade. We need a min-max. We named it the Titan 2 booster. Like, how can something named Titan 2 fail?
Fail so many... Well, back to the astronaut hiring process.
Our too big to fail rocket policy. Build it enormous. Like, it can't, because if it does, then it'll be the end of the Earth. So, I mean, it can't.
Yes.
They should just build a space elevator.
That'd be so much simpler.
Have we talked about the space elevator before?
I think we have.
No. Just that they, like, scientists and researchers and engineers...
They're working on it.
Well, they know how to build it.
Yeah.
The problem is...
Finding the right material.
Yeah. Carbon nanotubes. No, seriously, if you figure out how to make carbon nanotube elevator, then you could just
Build
take
space
an elevator up to space. Or
Someday.
stairs, technically.
Stairway to heaven. Oh my god. The marketing opportunities are so great.
We could just build it. We could just build one to the moon. And just connect them. And force the moon not only to orbit with us.
Yeah, I was going to say, like...
I don't know. You could do that on Pluto, though. Because Pluto has a moon that has, like, what is the term?
Geosynchronous.
Yes.
So it stays in the same spot over the object.
Well, what it is that Pluto's moon rotates at the same rate that it orbits Pluto.
Mm-hmm.
So the same side always faces it. So you could...
Geosynchronous.
Yes, okay.
Dummy.
Well, that's not really what that means.
Alright, this is ready to go. I assume.
But, like, that's not really what geosynchronous means, because the moon is also turning.
Yeah.
The point is it turns at the same rate.
Yeah, it's tightly locked.
Yeah. So you could build a space elevator from Pluto to Pluto's moon, and you could take stairs to the moon on Pluto.
I love it.
Someday.
Someday we'll get there.
I know.
The
In the
Pluto-
meantime,
We can't even get people in
we
low
can
Earth orbit.
really good at flying around Venus.
So good.
Kind of bad at not having people die.
Yeah. We've hit a wall here.
We're finished with season 6, though.
Yeah.
So now we can free up those people.
Into our massive employment pool.
Look at how much... Yeah.
Alright, but now we're going to launch the Mars missions. The Mars lander.
We haven't gone to the moon yet. And we're on landing
Well,
on Mars.
it's a robot. It's not.
Yeah, but we haven't landed a robot on the moon yet.
Yeah, we have.
We did?
Yeah.
Is it going to do stuff?
Because Mary said we're going to start our...
I know, but like we kind of just landed it. It didn't really do anything.
Well,
Like, okay, we put some metal on the moon. Like, I don't
It
know.
has, I'm sure in real life, it had like little scientific...
This one has wheels and stuff. It's going to drive around and take pictures.
I don't think this one is. I think that's the next one.
Well,
This one's just a lander. It's not a rover. But there is a rover. I think it's after this
Oh.
one. We're really getting out there fast. See, this is why one of the things a lot of people wanted, and the developers have agreed that they're working on figuring out how to do it, is how to mix and match rockets and capsule types. Because like, if this thing can put
Oh.
a satellite around Mars, it should be able to take a Gemini spacecraft into space, into the low Earth orbit.
yeah.
Like you saw the boosters that I strapped onto it.
Mhm.
So like we could have just mixed and matched this one, and then, but because that's not a feature of the game yet.
Give it time.
Well, that's the thing. Originally, they weren't going to have that feature in the game. Then everyone complained about it, and they said, "Okay, we will." But now they have to figure out how to do that from scratch.
Phrase it as everyone complained.
Well, they did. Everyone's like, "Yeah, it's so boring just going with the pre-selected stuff."
Oh.
Because like that was one of the really fun parts in the
Uh-huh.
first one was being able to say, "Well, I'm going to use a Gemini mission, but with like a Saturn V booster and like another booster in the middle." And
Just cheat history.
well, yeah, that's what video games let us do. It's retroactive causality. If we change it here, it changes in real life.
Retroactive causality Ender's Game? Whoa.
That's what Battlefield 1942 is. You're playing the soldiers
I
fighting
feel like
World War II.
Keanu Reeves right now. Brain hurts. Alright.
Right, so...
Look, the whole point of everything we've ever done with this game is to put a person on the moon.
Yes.
Can we please put a person on the moon.
We could try and launch it. It's 9 points away from max R&D.
As long as they're going to take to get those 9.
It's going to go up by 3. Look, it's going to go up by 3% each turn.
Okay, well we can wait a little.